Are we supposed to do something?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Reverse the Verse. It is Friday, October 16th, 2015. I'm your community manager, Jared Huckabee. With me, as always, is our director of community engagement, online strategy, and spaceships, Mr. Ben Lesnick. Behind him is our subscription manager, Ms. Alexis Lesnick. James Money, Justin Money,
J Money
Merriweather. It's our editor, Hennessy. There you are.
I want to know why Justin is wearing Ben's hat.
Because when we hit our million, I was wearing this.
Yeah, it became his hat. It looks much better on him than it does
That's
on
Ben's. I will always the money hat will always be Ben to me. I think Ben wore it best. But.
And videographer extraordinaire and interviewer for this week's ATV, Mr. Thomas Hennessy.
How you
doing? All right, so if you're just tuning in to Reverse the Verse for the first time, it's possible. Reverse the Verse is the Cloud Imperium Games community team's weekly informal live stream where we chat with the fans. We're going to talk a little bit about what went on during the last week, and then eventually we'll get into some questions from you. And we take questions from the Twitch chat and from our own RSI website chat. So Ben, anything big happen this week?
No, totally quiet weekend and week. We don't think we put out any new information. There was no, obviously it was a very, very big week here at Cloud Imperium. We kicked it off with CitizenCon. Hey, look at Sandy!
Hello.
Hello.
Part of your shirt is missing.
I know. That was like a dad joke.
Have you known me to make any other type of joke?
Come on, we're only 2 minutes. We're 1 minute in.
So huge week. CitizenCon was a smashing success. Everybody was really happy. Put out the star map. We revealed the Aegis Saber. I probably pronounced that word wrong because every way you pronounce Aegis is wrong. Aegis. Endeavor Sail wrapped up. We showed off the first part of Squadron 42, including the cast reveal, which everybody's pretty excited about.
Yes.
We're glad not to be carrying that secret around in our head anymore. Trust me when you say that none of us wanted to be the one to leak the Squadron 42 cast. It's been full steam ahead since then. We did a Star Map Q&A this week. We did we've got a Saber Q&A coming up later today. We'll have the FPS update, which we are expanding to also include 2.0, Alpha 2.0. So we're going to be updating you on all the blockers that we're having in that and progress. So you'll be getting a double update, and that'll go on until both those modules are out. But great stuff happening. Everybody's super excited. We're happy right now. It's cool. It's a good time. And of course, we hit 92 million in crowdfunding, which is just incredible. Thank everybody out there. Chris put out a letter. I'm sure you all saw it already, but we're doing away with alpha slots. Arena Commander passes. Going to save everybody money in the future. Let everybody be on the same footing in the Star Citizen universe. We're excited about opening up the verse to everybody.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
And stuff's good.
I waited until Sandy was done with her Cheetos dad.
Sorry.
I know, I was like, she's eating them over here. I was like, that looks so good.
Breakfast of champions.
I feel like we need snacks.
Hey, Alexis.
Hello.
What did you do this week?
I know, that's what.
Mostly been helping out with the CSQ this week.
Yes, you have. You were even helping out with the CSQ on Saturday after CitizenCon.
Yes.
Now we look like.
Trying to make things better.
Anything else? Anything you want to show off, maybe?
Yes. So we have some new merchandise in the store. It went up for sale last Saturday. Ben, do you have that up there? We have a small amount of patch sets left. We have the standard 3 patches. Can you show off the other 2?
Here's the Star Citizen logo.
We've got some of those left in the store, and
The Squadron 42 one's really nice.
yeah, these are definitely, quality has improved on our patches since our first set. So
And then it does this, and we see the cast.
no.
And
Is Stacy around? Does anybody know?
I think she went to the post office.
Okay. Because I saw her wearing a track jacket that looked really good on her.
So we have these. Some of these are still left in the store. There's also a very small amount of subscriber patch sets left. Do you have the subscriber patch up there that you can
Oh,
show
here's the
off?
money patch.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I think there was like 10 of those left when I checked a few minutes ago. So
Will you iron them on?
I think that is an iron-on backing.
Is
Yeah,
it? Okay.
I think so.
I feel like this is the Home Shopping Network. It's
High quality iron on
Explain
bag.
how you actually put it on the
This is just a really fantastic product. This is going to last
Can't
for years
iron
and
on
years.
patches? Yes, you
I
can.
think so. It melts on the
Yes.
back, right?
Yeah, there's usually an adhesive on the back.
I think that's what that's.
I'm not entirely sure if these are iron-on though, because we usually send a little sewing kit with
Do you have
them.
an ironing board, Jared?
Yes.
All right. There you go.
I want to iron it on a piece and then we'll see.
Here, I can put one on my hoodie here.
Oh, there you go. Like if we had an iron, no, we don't.
Sandy,
Yes.
what'd you work on this week?
What didn't I work
I was
on?
gonna say you've been around the world this week.
I know, I have. But I've also got some other exciting news that I can't share.
They always love to hear that.
Sadly.
They always love to hear there's stuff we can't tell them yet.
Did we show the constellation boxes?
We have not. I was
No.
waiting for you
All
to.
right. Here are the samples for the collector's box.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now let's see if we can get this. If we can see
It's
this.
hard to,
Yeah,
like,
it's actually
see.
embossed. So at an angle, you can see that it's actually raised
Maybe
up.
if you turn it
Off.
back. Turn
Flip it over, maybe.
Yeah, flip it over.
Flip it over.
Yeah, it's actually embossed off the box there. So this is just a proof of concept here.
Yeah, I think that's the size, and then it'll open out like a. I'm deciding how it will open out, whether it will open out like this or whether it will open out like that.
Mm-hmm.
So let us know in the forums what your preference is.
We know it's important. Remember the one that we did with the cat, where it was.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun.
And the finished product will have all 6 sides.
No, we're going to do 2-dimensional boxes. It's going to be revolutionary.
And then what else am I working on? The USB. So I just got the artwork in to make the USB, the Connie shape for this box.
Mhm.
And then hopefully I can do a Hornet and a Freelancer as well. We'll see. Because the mold costs quite a bit. And then I'm on the 3-inch spaceship model. I'm prototyping that. The blueprints are, I think we're missing just the one last blueprint to get the 5 set of blueprints. 2D star map I'm working on now that the 3D one's out. What else is in there? Am I missing something? Oh, the making of Star Citizen book. We're working on that as well, while we're working on the making of Star Citizen documentary.
Mm-hmm.
What else are we doing? We're
A
doing
lot.
so much. I just my brain
A lot.
can't. What else is happening?
Yeah, I got to say, there was this period yesterday for 12 hours where my email was quiet because you were on an airplane.
I know, right? I did a lot of stuff on that airplane.
And then it was like 7:55 and I started getting Sandy emails
Yeah,
again. So I
I
knew,
know.
oh, she's sitting in her
You know-
chair
you
in the
know
tarmac.
when-
Yeah.
You know when I've arrived. As soon as I got off the plane, I'm emailing all of my stuff.
And also at CitizenCon, you can't see it's just below the camera, we had in addition to our Star Citizen pin set, this was the Constellation pin that we had at Gamescom, and at CitizenCon we added the Hornet pin.
Yes, Sandy was nice enough to bring me a Hornet pin. And
Oh yeah, that turned out good.
Yeah.
That turned out really nice.
so we want to do more of those in the future and stay tuned. We'll
Yep, it's our plan to do one of those for each event.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I
and you
did.
can collect them all.
I
Yeah. I think the next, I don't know what the next one's gonna be yet.
I was doing homework for CitizenCon 2016.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's either Frankfurt or Los Angeles, depending on what's happening with Gamescom. Because it might be a little unfair to do 2 in Germany.
6 weeks apart.
Yeah. So.
I'm all for Los Angeles.
I'm all for LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
All right, what did I do this week? Nothing.
You went to the DMV a lot.
I went to the DMV
Yeah,
quite
you
a
were
bit.
there for a long
I had some
time,
trouble getting my license and my registration renewed. That came up at the same time, but
But that's LA.
I'm totally legal now.
I know.
Street legal.
I'm street legal.
Oh my gosh,
So-
now I need to take the bus now. I can't be on the streets with you.
Well, he was driving anyway.
Safety not
Little
guaranteed.
Padawan's starting to throw some shade.
I'm just trying to get into the mix of
Finally.
things,
Yeah,
right?
finally.
I'm fighting back
Yeah.
is what's
Wait,
happening.
why is there only one feed, by the way? I thought there should be two.
Oh, two.
Yeah, it should
Oh,
be
the
two.
live chat. We'll bring it up when it's time for
We haven't started
questions.
with the questions yet. So,
Ah.
hey Thomas,
Yes, sir.
you want to talk about what you did this week? Yeah.
Come sit on my lap.
Come on,
Just
Matt.
swap the camera around.
It's classified.
Okay. So we put the chair.
Stuff's
on the
happening.
wire. So we put the chair on the wire. That's why we've had the camera problems. There we go.
There you go. I fixed
Hi
that.
Thomas.
Hello. How are you guys?
Good.
Tom was on my flight. Where are you
I was. We were on the same flight. Sandy was upstairs in the whatever happens in the upstairs of the plane. I was in the downstairs.
Yeah,
It
don't
was
worry,
a-
folks. It's still economy.
It was a giant plane. I've never been on a plane with 2 floors before. So yes, I just got back from the UK and was over there shooting a bunch of really cool stuff that you will be able to see. You saw some of it yesterday, but there's the more cool stuff that's coming out in the next couple weeks. So that should be pretty exciting. Did CitizenCon. That was awesome.
This looks like a submission video for like a 90s reality show right now.
So yeah, like
My name is Thomas, and I want to be on.
My name is Tommy H.
like yeah, next Tommy H. Totally be awesome contestant on the Real World. It's like I
On
totally
this
like
the real citizen. The real
awesome.
citizen.
All right, that's all I can do.
Yeah, that's
Put the camera back. Oh, it's got it tilted down. There we go. Now we're back. All right.
I have big plans to turn this into a multi-cam show, so we don't have the
Yes,
problem
eventually we'll have our
of everybody
our studio.
trying to crowd behind
Within the
one
studio.
web camera. So you know you can write that down.
I know most of what I did was work on that retrospective thing, and then get all the videos online. So we have a new version of the full presentation up with help from one of our star citizens. So you can see that if you watched the full presentation and it was a little blurry or wasn't high resolution, there's a new version on YouTube now that's 60 frames a second and very clear, so you can check that out.
And we know we've had a lot of folks asking about the Morrow tour. We asked the folks in the UK to do another run through in HD. They were not able to do it because of blocker this morning. So early next week is our next target. So we will we'll get that up as soon as they're able so to do.
Right, I'm gonna go do some work.
Yes, they got back to the office and started iterating on the build
Yeah.
right away. So they can't just take the same machine that they used during the presentation because it's already progressed. So, but we'll have something for you hopefully.
And then we also intend to show you the Morrow tour as it evolves over the next couple of months, as we fix issues like the glowing teeth.
Glowing teeth, bringing up the facial to the level of Gary Oldman or whatnot, or the second tier that Chris was talking about. Voice sync issues. I mean, the lighting was still temporary in there, so there's still many improvements to be made just to the Tomorrow tour. So yeah, it'll be very cool.
Before we forget, we also have
Yes, Squadron 42 travel mugs.
travel mugs. Look at this stately travel mug with beautiful stainless steel construction and an all
And it has a little RSI logo on the back.
all-weather ergonomic design.
Show off that little. I like that little logo on the back.
Look, this thing at the top.
The little RSI logo at the bottom on the back.
How does it have a back?
Oh, right there.
Oh,
The opposite side where the front is printed.
circle. It's a circle.
It matches my Captain Phasma figure.
We
Yes.
do not have Captain Phasma available in our shop though.
No.
Like, but speaking of Captain Phasma, though, look at what suckers we are. We're like, oh, a silver stormtrooper, we have to buy it.
It's also got a very cool cape, though.
They have us figured out exactly.
You put a cape on a stormtrooper and I'm there. Honestly, you put a cape on most things and I'm there.
Wait, what? No, look at his Squadron 42
Yeah, he's
mug.
showing off his
Yeah,
Squadron
I was-
42.
Hennessy's lording a Squadron 42 mug that he came back from Foundry with that none of us have. He has a Squadron 42 mug. He thinks that makes him special.
It does.
It does.
I feel that if our CS friends in the UK truly loved us, they would make sure we all had those mugs. That's all I'm saying.
Pretty much I was there. They don't.
Wow.
But, while we're talking about coffee mugs, including the fabulous travel mugs you can purchase today on the site, I can't help but notice that our merchandise manager is not using a Star Citizen mug, is she?
I used mine yesterday.
What mug are you using right now?
Today I'm using a real Akuma mug,
I don't have my face.
which was sent to me by a backer. So
So,
I used my Star Citizen travel mug yesterday and left it here, which is why I didn't use it today.
Well, now you've seen some of our mugs.
Yeah.
Want to see some plates and stuff?
Just gonna let it sit there. Just gonna let it hang. All right, it is 11:15. As normal, this is the time when we start taking questions from the studio audience. If you do have a question, please preface it with the word "question" in brackets. This can be in either the RSI chat or the Twitch chat, so that just helps us pick it out from all the other rabble that's going on. So we'll start taking questions from the fans.
I'm seeing a lot of concierge citizen card questions go by. No update right now. We're still working on them, guys. I promise we'll update you as soon as we do. I did talk to Behavior yesterday about concierge hangar flare, however. And that is something we are going to work into the schedule for 2016. So you can look forward to a very special concierge flare coming soon.
And we all know the ones you want.
Yes, we know that the top hat and monocle was highly requested, so I believe that's high up there on our list.
Here's a question from Little Calyx Renault. Have they plugged the questions thread for our 10-4 on Monday? We're filming a new 10-4 this afternoon, guys. So if you have questions for the next 10-4, it's going to be a 10 for the All-Stars. We're actually taking members from the design team, the writing team, the art team, and the producing team. So if you've got your Star Citizen questions, post them in one of the relevant threads on our forums, and we'll be filming that later today. There you go, Little Calyx Renault. What else we got?
Was that actually Calyx asking, or
Yeah.
was it like a Calyx fan?
No. Just give us Calyx.
Okay. No, I would have been more impressed if it was like someone who was so impressed with Calyx that they patterned their life after him. Which I could see happening.
And that
Impressed
is
or surprised?
Possible.
No, I'm impressed.
Calyx cosplay?
Yeah.
Let's see, where else we got going?
Let me just also put a PSA out there about support tickets. We are very, very, very backed up right now. That is both concierge and the regular queue. So please be patient. Unmelt requests are currently on hold. If you have a request in right now, we've placed it on hold for the time being. If you haven't submitted one, please hold off for a few more weeks because it would help us greatly. So thank you.
You actually have soon trademarked.
No, we don't.
No,
What does the TM stand for then?
trademark.
Just a joke.
Oh, okay.
It's humor. I'll tell you about what that is later.
Oh my god.
Any news on Org 2.0? That's an all-star question. We get that every week. No news yet.
Was not an all-star answer.
No. It's basically we don't sit on stuff like that. When there's news, well, you'll have it. Questions about when, guys? When this ship? When that ship? When this patch will be released? Generally speaking, we can't answer those. It's when it's ready.
Although I forgot about this in the news roundup, we pushed 1.3 to the PTU midweek, and we actually pushed an update last night. Buggies are going crazy and exploding and crashing and turning over. It's a good time. So if you ever want to, play a little bit more broken version of Star Citizen with some new stuff, get on over to the PTU. Another request we've had from folks in the PTU is to let them test. You can't do rec in the PTU or any of that. Let them test the new weapons. Let them test specific ships and stuff. I'm happy to announce that is happening now. Over the weekend, we're going to give folks in the PTU access to a Hornet F7C, Cutlass Black, the new weapons mounts, and the new weapons that are going into the PTU. So you'll be able to play around with all those without spending any money or begging for rec or anything like that. So fun broken game testing weekend. Hooray!
It sounds like a good time.
When is the Saber Q&A going to be released, Ben?
Well, the Saber Q&A will be released a little bit later today. I would actually say probably within the hour after ATV ends, because we've already got the answers. I'm going to do a little bit of bed polishing to them, but the guys in the UK were fantastic. We got the stuff in on time. Will be available shortly.
Would you say that you had to put the vanishing touches on it?
I probably would not say that personally.
But there's something you won't say? Well, that's right. Any joke that comes from somebody else.
Oh.
Ben only does his own stupid.
I only do my own material. I'm not one of those people who goes off and does like an album
You sound
covers.
a little jaded there.
She won't do anybody else's
Jerry.
stupid. And big thanks to Tom Johnson and John Crew for those answers with the Saber Q&A. John Crew being the lead designer over there?
Yes.
Is it still? Yeah. So again, that should come shortly after. When we're done here, we'll get that up.
In fact, I was setting up the layout for the post when the show started, and everybody was making fun of me for having the wrong skew in it. It was showing the mugs instead of the Saber. Now fixed.
It's because we have so many SKUs now from all the new CCUs.
That's another thing that happened with the CCU system, and people seem to be loving it.
Yes.
And the referral system, which people are liking but not loving. I mean, the issue with the referral system is obviously we've been having the campaign for 2 years, and there are lots of folks who have already brought their friends, and we would love to find a way to include them in the system, but can't think of how that would work. It's too much potential for abuse to just say, hey, tell us if you were friends with somebody. We fresh start for referrals. We're happy with it. And there's going to be some more referral items beyond what was listed. So I think we could go up to like 10 referrals. I think there's a 25, and there's a 42, and there's a 100. So keep referring.
You say referring or preferring?
Referring. Keep on referring? No.
No, I said preferring.
Preferring, no.
That's what I heard in my head. I knew it didn't make any sense, which is why I asked.
Something on RTV doesn't make sense.
It's also Jump Point Day.
It is Jump Point Day, which means we all get to stay really late. No, I didn't write a story for this week's Jump Point, or month's Jump Point, so maybe it will be on earlier. Fingers crossed. Jump Point this week includes a really big interview with the folks at Foundry 42 Germany, talking about the meat and potatoes of the game. The main subject is the Endeavor, so you'll follow the development of the Endeavor with Jim Martin and all those other friends, including some content from me there. You're going to see some of my original design docs. Jump Point. It's what's for dinner if you eat really, really late.
Is CIG aware that the BBC have picked up on our millionth citizen story?
No, but that's awesome.
I was aware.
Well, fancy you.
I can read. Yeah, no, they picked up on the millionth citizen. They had a story out this morning or last night, depending on where you are in the world, I suppose. Yeah, it was very cool.
Cool.
It's nice to see word getting out there.
Yeah, and now it feels like there's so much good news lately. We should finally get some good press. Shh. One media love us, please.
We don't get good press.
No, it's hard being the
Center of
most
attention.
successful crowdfunding, whatever.
Trying to do things different.
Yeah.
It rubs a lot of people.
Okay, Steve Jobs.
I understand what you do. They suffered just by that came out this weekend too, didn't it?
So we,
Oh,
Allie
was
and I
it
had-
good?
No.
Wow, really?
No,
It was another one, another big Steven Spielberg historical thing. You know,
Was it boring?
Yeah, I mean, it was like Warhorse or
You know, and I was really
Lincoln.
rooting for Warhorse too. Warhorse.
Warhorse. What did they do to you, Warhorse? Why did they make you a Warhorse? Ask questions, please.
Maybe if they made the horse talk.
Hi, Gio, get money. Yes, cross chassis downgrades. Are they still a thing?
They're in the works. It'll take some. We changed the plan. We're not going to charge you for them, but it'll take a little bit of time to figure out how to do them.
Yes. I think we're, yeah. Yeah. Got a couple plans.
Plans within plans.
Yeah,
within
it's
plans.
just a matter of which one works out. Will the Phoenix enter a modular resale like the Retaliator did?
No.
Yeah, not like the Retaliator did, but when it's ready to, when the new constellation is ready to fly, I imagine we'll do a promotion or something.
Yeah, I mean, Phoenix will be a little bit different because it's a limited number of them. I mean, I know a lot of those have been melted. I mean, we could probably sell a couple hundred Phoenixes. We will look at that when it's ready to be flown around.
We reserve the right to have options. Any news on the Freelancer? Or have you guys forgotten about it altogether?
We forgot about it altogether.
What is the Freelancer?
It was a game Chris Roberts made.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Or like Chris Olivia is a freelancer.
We haven't forgotten about it, guys. It's just there's a pipeline. There's things in a queue. There's only so many people that can work on so many ships at a time. So when it's ready, we'll have some new info for you.
It's like you have a factory where you're making a bunch of cakes, and there's one part where you mix up the cakes, and then another part where you ice them, and you can only mix so many at a time, you can only ice so many at a time, and also we completely forgot about the freelancer cake.
We did completely forget about the Freelancer.
It's like in the back, and like rats have eaten part of it.
Which is amazing because I thought we were spending all our time forgetting about the cutlass.
Oh, how could we ever forget about the cutlass? There's so many threads about it.
These things just take time, guys. The information will be there when it's ready to be there. There's really no more complicated answer than that. Will there be changes to the holotable before 2.0?
Not before 2.0, but there will be changes to the holotable.
Yes.
By and by. Holotable is one we get a lot because people hate it. A lot of us here hate it as well, but it's also not something that's blocking the development of the rest of the game. So we focus on those building blocks right now, whereas the holotable is an end, and it's not the ideal interface, but it is the finished tech. So it's not the priority to go back and remake it right now. Whereas something that might be blocking everything else, like asteroid generation or some tech thing, I don't know what it is, it gets the priority. Voxel farming, something.
Idris Q&A. I've seen this a lot. Since CitizenCon, people have been asking for Q&As for a lot of the ships. We generally do a Q&A when we've introduced a new ship or when an existing ship has hit a new point in its pipeline, either being hangar ready or flight ready.
So once the Idris is flight ready, we might do a Q&A.
Yes. And since it's big, it might be a big Q&A.
Did you call me Idris?
Idris Iowa?
Yes.
We may be showing you a bit more of the Idris soon, though, because I've noticed that when we reach out to folks in the UK to ask if they can do something, if it's something they can't do, they will offer us Idris pictures instead. So at some point, we'll take them up on that. We're like, we can't have the world tour right now, but we could give you an Idris picture. Like, we don't have the stats for that yet, but there's some pictures of the Idris. They are very proud of that show.
Yes, it's very cool.
It's like dads showing off their kids' wallet photos, which I guess doesn't happen anymore because we have cell phones.
What?
I don't know.
I saw somebody asking about the subscriber flare from last weekend. I was just talking to Turbulent yesterday. I don't think we did our second run for that, so I will make sure that happens today.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell a short story about how great our fans are?
No.
No?
How good what is?
How great our fans are?
Oh, sure.
Okay, so as you know, I go to the gym in the morning, and I'm wearing this shirt, right?
Why would they know that?
Well, I'm saying as you guys know,
But
not
you're
as
telling
the
them
fans
the
know.
story.
But listen.
Whoa.
Hey guys,
Whoa.
I'm cooler than all you. I went to
Whoa,
the gym this morning,
whoa.
and I don't have to wear a shirt there, but I did it.
Okay.
How about we let Justin tell the story?
So,
Wait, do you not have to wear a shirt to the gym?
normally I don't, but today, after I showered and stuff and was coming to work, I felt like I should put one on. So I put this one on, right?
Next week you're gonna have a leather jacket and no shirt.
And no
underneath
shirt.
it,
I'm gonna do that next week. Well, this is the first time it's ever happened to me, but I'm going down the stairs to come to work or whatever, and some guy's chasing me, and I'm freaking out thinking that I don't know what's gonna happen. It's the 3rd Street Promenade. Well, he had chased me down just to tell me how much he loves Star Citizen. And I was like, I didn't dare tell him I worked, here when I was
It's the 3rd Street Promenade. What do you
I-
think this is the streets of Compton or something?
Well, you never know, okay? This is Hollywood. The streets are mean here, okay?
That's true.
And so I was like, because I didn't want him to know where our office was and then start, I don't know. Anyways, not trying to like be the one to be
I'm not sure
followed.
what this. Okay.
But anyway, I just thought it was awesome, and it's never happened to me before that like somebody would chase me down to just be like how awesome Star Citizen is because I was wearing a shirt that had the Star Citizen logo.
I feel like that was just a ploy to tell everybody that the shirts are optional for you.
I don't think it was.
Okay. Well, my intention was to be like, you guys are awesome. Keep chasing us down to tell us the good job we're doing. And according to everybody else, it was to say that I don't wear shirts.
I mean, I could have just told that story, like, hey, I was
You
on my
know-
way in this morning, I had a Star Citizen shirt on, and somebody chased me. I wouldn't have had to, but that's all right.
I was
man.
just trying to paint the picture.
God.
You
You know, I'm
know.
gonna go back and rethink
Okay.
in my office and rethink my life.
My intentions were good. I
Monday
promise.
morning,
We know your intentions were
Love
good.
you guys.
Some questions from the crowd.
Any further movement on an app version of the star map for phones, tablets?
Not yet, but we're looking into it.
I think
It's a beefy website.
I think that the star map works on tablets now if you use it in a web browser. I think they actually have touch controls in there.
If you use a web tablet from the future, it will load properly.
Yeah. It's a very robust star map.
So now we've established that the star map is both meaty and robust.
Like a fine Italian sauce.
In the 2.0 demo, we saw the live one at CitizenCon. We saw one team steal somebody else's ship.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way to lock your ship?
Yes. So there will be. It's not going to be that easy in the end.
Here comes the.
Yes. Yes, you'll have to enter the code. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wait, how do you know my luggage combination?
How do you know?
You will never be the emperor of a planet with that kind of security, Ben. Especially not one with an air shield.
Hey, it's Matt Sherman. I'm Matt Sherman.
Hey, guys.
The workbench says it's no longer says it's for overclocking. Is this an error or planned?
I'm kind of guessing an error.
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
the-
that was.
You'll definitely be doing tuning on your workbench. It won't be the same potency of like high-end overclocking that something like the Collider will give you, but yeah, I mean you'll need a way to tune and adjust the basics of your gear on your own. So
Yeah, I've seen this same question a couple times. I think it was just somebody at Turbulent cleaning up the SKUs a little bit. Not a design decision to change what the workbench does. Also, shout out to Turbulent, who I posted the Saber artwork and the vault, and I titled it Potato, and our guy at Turbulent kindly went back and changed it to Saber. So
About what humor was. Like, we did this on purpose. We're steering into it. We like potato. You like potato?
I like potato.
Will more money-only items go into the VD store?
Money only item review. What does that mean in that
I don't know. Well, the VD, the Voyager Direct store is for using credits, right?
context? Yeah.
Yeah. So the items in the Voyager Direct store would be credits only, but you can use real money to buy credits.
yeah.
There are some new items coming to the BD store next week, or
Yes.
whenever we launch 1.3. I don't want to say next week, but
Yep.
probably next week.
Guns.
Yeah, everybody's getting new VD.
Nope. We've gone to that well already. It's dry.
Yeah, but I haven't. Fried potato. Today's my birthday. Hi, Valcron74. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Valpron74.
Yes. Do the Aegis P and M have the same base hull and just come with different starting equipment?
I believe they have a different, there's one different thing, isn't there?
Yeah.
Well, one comes with the railgun, one doesn't.
Yeah.
It's the M.
One has a hard point for a railgun and the other doesn't.
Gotcha.
So they are different base hulls.
And that gun is going to be just terrifying when it's all built out. Probably the largest class of a weapon that players will be able to really change out on their ships, just because, well, size 12s are ginormous and bigger than a lot of our current ships.
Will the Constellation be able to deploy a P-52 when 2.0 when it's made in 2.0 when it's made flyable? Wait and see.
Don't believe
I don't think so,
the
yeah.
very first drop
Yeah.
of it. We need to get some I mean, that's one of the other little hurdles that we need to tackle, but it's definitely on the short list of things to get hooked up as soon as possible. Because that's going to be an awesome just whole sequence when you're able to release a fighter, recover it.
Yep. Somebody saying the StarMap works on the Nexus 7 tablet. No. So
That person's trying to advertise Nexus 7 tablets.
I think they're celebrating what a good job Turbulent did building StarMap. Don't let Turbulent hear me say that.
Yeah, after you just told them they didn't have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Oh, Turbulent.
I think
Sure,
my
that's
cable
right.
went on the fritz last Friday for a couple hours after you made the Time Warner jokes. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably just because Time Warner
Yeah.
sucks in general.
Yes. For Connie variants, guys, they're just working on the Andromeda right now, getting that going. Once that's going, they'll turn their attention towards the variants. So it'll be a while after that. No time frame.
Someone say metal picture of the constellation.
Nope. Good. Will the Retaliator have normal missiles?
Well, I don't want to judge what is and isn't a normal missile. In today's society, all types of missiles are acceptable. But yes, it probably will.
I mean, it would most likely be something that will replace the ordnance and the bomb bays. I mean, like any ship, you'll have options on a Retaliator, so having choices is always a good thing.
A lot of folks have been asking if there are any plans to sell the Argo.
We've talked about it. The discussion always ends up being, why would people want to buy the Argo? So maybe.
Yeah.
You guys go out there and demand it. And
It's also gameplay, considerations. We don't want a new person to come in, who doesn't know anything about the game, see the Argo, go, oh, that's cool, buy the Argo, and then jump into Arena Commander with it. That's not a good gameplay experience right there, trying to dogfight or race in the Argo. So it's not a thing we can just jump into. There are other considerations. But I think the Argo is really cool and I want one.
we are going to be offering one of the breakout ships in the not too distant future. Gurmak is finishing up his work on the Archimedes.
Yes.
And we're looking forward to sharing that.
Archimedes is going to be really cool. I think the Phoenix Hunters are really going to enjoy it.
Do we have a date for the anniversary sale in November?
I believe it is November 19th.
Check the calendar.
I think it kicks off that week and goes through the 26th.
Seems about right.
What day is Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving is the 26th. No, or is it the 19th?
No, it's the 26th.
It's the 26th.
26th.
Yep.
I believe the original campaign ended on the 26th, and then Thanksgiving was later that year, 2012.
Yes.
Yeah, because last year I remember the anniversary sale started the day before Thanksgiving.
Flips around a little bit.
Any updates on the announced trout concept sale? I haven't talked about the trout sale in a while.
I don't remember what we're
It's for
talking
the April Fools around the
Oh.
Somebody's digging way back for their question.
Well, good poll.
I sort of see if you remember.
I do not remember. We're still working on where there's some
Beautiful slime coat. That's my impersonation of an old Ben.
I forgot about that. That was fun. I want to be old Ben again.
Are you guys streaming right now?
Yes.
Yeah, come say hi.
There's a box of ice cream for you. Or Dippin' Dots here.
Where?
In the
Where?
front.
It's addressed to him.
Yeah.
Wolf.
Oh, never mind.
Ouch.
You want to say hi?
Nobody's here.
Or stay there. We'll just turn the camera.
Yeah.
His beard demands to be heard.
Be afraid.
Hi, Darian.
community. Be afraid.
Nice form.
How you doing?
Nice.
Okay.
I don't know if they can hear you over there because the mics are all over here, but
I'm sure he's loud enough. They can hear.
I don't know. What are you doing?
My beard's catching up to yours, dude.
Yeah, keep dreaming.
It's getting there. No, give me about another month. It'll be like that.
Yeah, well, mine's still growing. So unless I cut, you can't catch
4
up.
weeks.
Yeah, I trimmed mine back
I mean,
about
that's
4
pretty
weeks ago.
impressive for 4 weeks.
That's a good beard.
Yeah, it is. It's a solid beard.
It's all right.
All right. I'm gonna go enjoy my sandwich now.
Okay.
Did backer money pay for that sandwich? We'll investigate. No, it did not.
What is Darian eating? I don't know. It looked like a paper plate.
Yeah, I didn't actually see a sandwich. It must have been a very low-level sandwich that was like embedded down in the paper plate. Not to cast aspersions at his sandwich design abilities.
Yeah. Any news on competitive friendly features for AC or SM, such as team balance or game modes?
We're playing around with it, but it's not a focus right now. We want to get that baby PU out first. It's,
Things like balancing and just team matching are also a lot more complicated to do well and to make sure that it's something that people are going to stay engaged with. So long term, yeah, I mean, we're going to need stuff like that. But in the near future, we've got a ton of other features, ships, and just core things that we need to get built in so we know what to balance and matchmake around.
Hey, Alexis.
Hey.
Winter is coming. Will we see any new hoodies in the store?
Probably not before 2016, but Sandy and I have talked about it. We know you guys like the hoodies. We know you really like the fabric from the hoodies. So in the new year, we will get some hoodies for you guys. I think our next thing, we're gonna start doing pre-orders for new polo shirts. They'll be ready for the springtime, and I believe we'll start selling those sometime in December.
With this El Nino, I'll actually get to wear my hoodie.
yeah, people keep saying it. There's gonna be an El Nino. It's gonna be great here.
The
There's gonna
biggest
be
El
rain
Nino.
and cold. Like,
The biggest El Nino on
it
record.
hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Well, no, there was the flash flooding in Oxford last
Oh no,
That's what I
huge
heard. I
thunderstorm
heard there's
warned.
flash flooding.
Like the 5 flooded over.
Yeah,
for
Central
part of
California got
Oxford.
shut down yesterday.
Yeah,
It just hasn't made it down here yet.
yeah. The
Nice.
mudslide is slowly trickling our way.
It's about to rain outside. I was just outside.
Ooh, that'll be good. It's so humid.
We need
Yeah,
it.
it's getting ready to break any minute.
I saw somebody asking about bomber jackets. I would love if we could do those.
That would be amazing.
Not anytime in the near future, because those will be,
That's
you know,
expensive.
Yeah, that'd be
pricey,
like-
super. I know we've looked into it in the past. Hopefully, that's something we can do down the line, though, because that would be amazing.
Oh, that would be super.
Now, back on the old Wing Commander games, at the end of the project, you would always get a bomber jacket. So, cross your fingers.
My fingers. All of them.
You have a, is it a Wing Commander 2 bomber jacket?
I've got a Wing 3 bomber jacket. It's not one of the team ones. It was actually a promotional jacket given to reporters in Australia.
It's still really cool.
It is cool. And I think Joe Garrity, who, if you saw the Wing Commander live stream, has a couple of the team ones. Jackets.
Gotcha. Will there be a left-handed version of the Star Citizen SciTech joystick?
TBD, although we're working on a Q&A with SciTech, and they will hopefully answer that question then.
How cool is that joystick, by the way?
That joystick is really fluffing cool.
Yeah, it's looking really good.
And the one they showed off was a smaller one, not even the super fancy.
Yeah, that's not even the fancy one. It's not even its final form.
Yeah.
I've never even seen that show. I hear that reference all the time, and I don't actually know where it's from.
It's Dragon Ball Z, right?
Yeah,
I've
that's
definitely
what-
never seen it though. Retro thrusters, are we getting them on other ships now that the Saber has them?
You mean, are we adding them retroactively?
God.
So I can't even shake my head because I knew that's exactly where that was going.
There are retros on other ships. Their physical size may not always line up, but I mean that'll also change the gameplay where you'll be able to get up to speed faster than you'll be able to break down to speed. So it's not just going to be one-to-one counter force on either side.
Can Sherman have his own design show? No, because he works.
Yeah.
Mark Aben doesn't work. I'm just kidding.
No, Mark Aben just works a lot earlier than the rest of us, which terrifies me.
Mark Aben and Tom Hennessy come in at like 7 o'clock in the morning to film that. It's around their work schedule.
They exist outside the hours of human beings.
Yes, it's not. There's always a balance between doing these things and not intruding on people's work. We would prefer they actually work. as cool as it is to have them on the show.
We get 30 minutes of lurk time a week.
What is the largest known ship that will be able to enter the atmosphere?
TBD. We haven't, a lot of people worry about that. We aren't, so.
Besides, if you're too big to go in the atmosphere, that means you get to use your smaller ships, which is cool,
Yeah.
like the Archimedes and
The
Merlin,
Argo.
the Argo and stuff. So, I actually, go ahead.
There's different possible solutions to the problem of ships being too large for the hangars or for landing. Probably the easiest one is just have them docking in orbit at some safe orbital dockyard, and you fly down your smaller ship.
I want that Star Trek motion picture, going in the shuttlecraft
Yeah.
to my ship. I like that idea. So if it
Yeah,
doesn't, so if my ship doesn't enter the atmosphere, I'm like, cool.
That's also why snubs all get to be landers, because I know when the Merlin was first going in, some people weren't really happy that, hey, they don't get quantum or jump, but those ships do get to be landers, so, that's how you can shuttle from your big ship down to the surface, similar to like what Lando was saying with the Star Trek little runabouts.
What ships can host an Argo? Argo comes with an Idris, right? Or the Idris comes with an Argo right now?
Yeah.
But I imagine if you get the Argo,
It should fit into anything with a similar size bay.
Yeah, I mean it's not a giant ship. I'm trying to think of what it's close to size-wise, but it's fairly small, a little bit bulkier than like the Merlin M50, just because it can carry some utility gear with it. But
in the Squadron 42 in the Moro True demo, it looked like a bulky Aurora, like less long, more wide kind of.
yeah, like thinking about maybe something in the same profile of like what a Hull A is gonna probably look like when we get that built into the hangar. Probably a little bit thinner than that, but it's still a really cool ship, especially with the pods.
That's like the profile of it.
It looks utility, which is awesome.
Hey Alexis, any chance of seeing other manufacturers' packages like Drake, Misk, Aegeus, Consolidated Outlands, stuff like that? Maybe a patch set of
patches.
all a patch set of all the different.
Yeah, totally.
shipping patches?
I actually think saw a few requests for the UEE patch set. I think that's going to be our next patch set. But manufacturer patches, yeah, that's definitely something we can look into for the future.
And those you remember we did those ship patches? I really want to do a second wave of those.
Those are cool patches.
Yeah, those are my favorites.
Do we have like a jacket that the patches all can go on? Like, you were like,
No, we don't. Although that is a great idea.
There you go. Hey, man.
I want to like mount them on felt on the wall.
Yeah.
For the Cutlass questions, yes, John Cruz stated that it's currently transitioning to the LA office, but that handoff hasn't completed yet. So
Yeah.
it's in a weird nether space right now.
Flux.
Once we've taken it over, and I gotta give the guys some time to work on it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can map some. Then hopefully I can bother them for some answers. But getting the work on it is more important than me pestering them for the answers. So it'll be a little bit.
Although it's funny, that Cutlass has been quieter lately.
It has been a lot quite early.
Well, I mean, they did just get a new gun.
Hey Matt, any new information on the new damage system? How's that coming along?
That is actually not really me. That was the other Matt we have in the LA office, Matthew Intrieri.
Yes.
He is badass with tech art and making ship explosions look awesome and not kill our computers at the same time. So he is doing most of that damage state stuff.
Yep. And the pierceability is coming.
Yeah, pierceability stuff is more a byproduct with physically based damage still being sort of looked at on how we'll be handling it overall, but lots of cool stuff with just components and weapons and all that down the pipe for the next couple months, so it'll be good stuff.
Get a lot of questions about how will this ship do against that ship, and I think people forget to include the crew.
Yeah.
In that. Remember the Gamescom demo, where every time we practiced that demo, day in, day out, before the thing, the Retaliator won. And then we get to the live presentation and the Connie wins. So,
Or the same thing with the Marines in the last demo.
Again, it was the good guys were supposed to win every single time. The press version that we cut together has the Marines winning, and then they get on stage and they go, "No, we can do this." So it's people tend to focus on which ship can beat which ship, and I really think the focus should be on what crew can beat what crew, because that's ultimately what's going to matter. So.
Especially just the combinatorics, big picture for what you'll actually be able to do with like components and tuning and how you change up your ship. Like I was just putting some numbers together yesterday, just from my my last job on working on Diablo. Like the Constellation is going to probably have as many like component tuning and loadout options as some of the characters in Diablo, and that is that's a figure that's exponentially represented. It's like 1.75 to the 11th power of permutational options for what you can actually do. Not all of those are going to be ideal choices. Not all of those are going to be like I win type answers. But just to have an insane number of choices.
Just give it a note or something.
Alexis is bringing over a box that we received. Was it this morning or yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Okay.
It's a
Is there a
strange
pirate
box,
in the box?
You guys can open it.
that was received.
Okay.
Should we?
We got it's a lovely box. It's a lovely box that didn't come with any booze.
I thought it did. No?
A ransom note.
Did you guys solve that actually?
It probably said, "Give me
That breaks
spaceships."
my brain to
Here,
read.
let me see.
Yeah.
Hold on. Dear UEE Advocacy, your recent activities hiring bounty hunters to secure trade lanes interfere with grown economics in the borders. This is really hard to read, by the way.
That's what a ransom
I have
note
like a
is supposed to
6th
be.
grade reading level. This is
Ransom note is supposed to communicate your demand.
We will only state this once
Hey, we need 8
and
million
offer the
for
goods in
this
this
body.
box as a
Here's
sign
your
of
proof of
goodwill.
life.
You will send this offer. And they gave us a bunch of fake money.
Oh wait, watch
We've
your
got a
head.
couple copies of Rise of the Shadows, a special novella by the Shadow Legion. We've not read these yet, so I mean maybe they're like filthy and we
This
shouldn't
box is
promote
really
them,
nice,
but
actually.
it's pretty cool that they exist.
From what I can gather, Shadow Legion wants us to do something. So we'll look at it.
We'll figure out what. Oh, there's a flag here
Yes,
too.
there's a
Oh.
huge flag.
Can I throw this in the air?
If you pick them all up.
No. Okay.
That's how that works, Justin.
Here, do you need some? Here.
Here, I'll grab that.
Oh, you guys.
Wait. Somebody.
Here, and
my
yes. See, we should just make it
Yeah.
rain.
So now you get to pick them up.
Now Justin gets to pick them up.
There you go. wait. We'll hang it behind that. But over.
If you're just tuning in, Reverse the Verse is Cloud Imperium Games Community Team's weekly informal live stream with the fans.
And I'm a talking goat head.
All right, now let's recreate Sandy's UE flag pictures.
No,
And
we've
that's
got,
when it got too strange.
no, we've got nothing to say about the Cutlass right now. It is in transition back to the LA office. We gotta get it. Our guys gotta take it into themselves and figure out what needs to be done, so like that. I'm not gonna have anything for you for a couple weeks.
That sounds like a religion or something. You must take the cutlass into yourself.
Oh well, the way the Cutlass owners talk about it, I assumed it was. We love the Cutlass owners.
You must eat of the flesh of the cutlass.
the Cutlass was the
so
second.
become and understand it.
The Cutlass was the second ship I pledged for back in the day. I'm
Actually,
eagerly
that
looking
was the
forward to
second
it.
one I bought also.
Yeah, I'm eagerly looking forward to it, to it being fully realized.
Tommy then Cutlass on my
I
initial
like you
view.
want to sign off.
When 2.0 drops, will there be more free fly codes?
Maybe not the day it drops, because while Star Citizen is open to all our backers right now, we really should let backers try first. As we have events and promotions following when it drops, we'll certainly have free fly codes that let everybody try it out. But let's give it to our supporters first.
Yes. And for those of you asking about the sneak peek, the last 3 weeks have been different views of the upcoming lighting changes to the Selfline hangar, done by our own Emery Switzer. He's moved on to designing the Rebel and York hangar right now. That's it for the previous folks. Are like, oh, it's the same thing. Oh, it's 3 different views of the same thing, but there will be a different sneak peek for next week's episode. So
We're working on that right now.
you can put away your pitchforks and stop your angry letters.
Yeah, that'll.
Yeah, apparently CitizenCon didn't show enough. People are like, we still want a sneak peek. We know you guys want. We do our best to give. Can't have steak every night, though, guys.
Give the people what they want, Jared.
No word on the Avenger variants yet. We're moving on that though. So I don't want to spoil any of that. You'll hear about the Avenger variants when the time comes.
Do we have any update on the unmelting? I'm seeing a lot of questions about that, and I don't actually know.
No update. Well, when it happens, you'll know.
Yeah.
But we're still.
You're still pursuing it, yeah.
Okay. That's good for CS.
And by the way, apparently Wolf has sent us some Dippin' Dots ice cream, which I think they're eating in the other room while we stream. But
I was gonna go get it and bring it over here.
yeah, I don't worry about it. But we want to thank him anyway, because that's awesome.
Yes, and there was a lunch thrown by a couple of streamers for the Foundry 42 guys on the 12th, if I remember correctly. I wasn't there, so I'm only getting like third-hand information. But I think it was Harbinger 8 and Board Gamer and their viewers who set up a pizza and drink party. And then there was some other folks who brought donuts. I think it was Moo Masher. So if I'm not remembering your names properly, or I'm leaving anybody out, I apologize, guys. But the Foundry 42 team was very grateful for your efforts. So thank you so much for those who put that together for them.
Yeah, guys at Foundry 42, they don't get on screen as much. They don't. You don't hear as much about them, especially since so much of their work is on Squadron 42. So it meant a lot to them to have be given the royal treatment by Star Citizen backers. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Would you say they've been on a full burn for a while now?
I don't know what you're referring to, and I hate you.
Alexis rocks in CS.
Thank you.
That's not a question.
I'll accept it though.
Okay, 3 minutes. Let's wrap it up. See, if we upgrade to a non-LTI ship, if we upgrade a non-LTI ship to a Saber, can we have LTI anyway?
No, you would be much better off melting the ship and then using the store credit to purchase a Saber, because then you'll get LTI.
Yes. Have you all played FPS module, and who is the FPS master? We have all played it at various points in development.
Yes, one point in particular when you played it.
Oh.
It's upsetting because Paul Rendell spent the entire time team killing me. I didn't get to play it at all. My body was just dead, and I got to view other players the entire time because every time I spawned in, Paul Rendell killed me. So.
Yeah.
And now we know it was deserved.
Let's
See what else we got here. Will you allow an emote only? I don't understand the question. Will you make the Armada pack available again for the anniversary sale, please?
We might pop it up at some point in the future. Can't say when. Usually we like to have some reason to do these things, so we went with the Military Stuff in Squadron 42 Day. Also, here's Dennis Daniels.
Hi, Dennis!
Come on this side, Dennis, quick. We only have a few minutes left.
trip and fall and hurt myself.
That may be the case, but
Everybody,
It's Dennis.
get in, get in.
It's Dennis.
Tom, don't run away. Don't you
Just
dare.
go that way. Just go that way.
Just for the sign off,
I've turned the
guys.
camera so you can see it.
Sorry.
There's Adam.
Everybody come on this way. Sneak in.
Sherry.
We're sneaking in.
Oh, everybody's sneaking in for our goodbye song.
A goodbye.
Sign on
Dennis,
this
you're
side
not
now.
Everybody's singing in for the goodbye song. Get in there, Dennis.
I'm trying.
Get in there, Dennis.
There you go.
Yes. All right, so with that, we're going to wrap up Reverse the Verse, guys. It's been Friday, October 16th, 2015.
Almost in Dennis.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next week. This is your community manager, Jared Huckabee. That's your director of community engagement, online strategy, and spaceships, Mr. Ben Lesnick. That's our technical designer, Matt Sherman. That's our subscription manager, Alexis Lesnick. That's our editor, Justin Chambers. That's our archivist, Sherry Heiberg.
That's right.
Sherry Heiberg. That's our vice president of marketing, Sandy Gardner. And that's all. That's everybody that was here.
Oh, Adam!
That's Adam. That's Adam, one of our writers. And Dennis, the IT guy.
And Tom's in there. He won't come out.
He won't go. Yeah. So now that we've blown everybody's eardrums, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
This episode of RTV is over now. Goodbye.
Oh, no.